Hello, good afternoon. So I recorded a video this morning, but I was like, I didn't just post it like I usually do. I was just thinking, like, while I was talking, like, that's not really where what I want to put out. So I just deleted it. So that was good. Anyway, I had 3 sets of plans today, and 2 of them got canceled, which is fine. I got to take a bath and just chill out and relax and like recharge, you know. I'm thinking like if I should go to the store now for what I need, or if I should just do it on my way out. I just saw some weird something happen on the computer. That's what that face was for. So I just have to pick up 2 things at the store, and I'm wondering if I should do it now or just on my way out. I'll probably go now right after this video because I still have a few hours before I need to leave. Might as well just get it done because I don't have anything else to do at the moment. But I know something's coming. I don't know what it is or when exactly it's coming. I think a couple of nights ago, I had a dream that somebody like took a red chain. It wasn't a chain. It was more like a ribbon. I don't know. It took it off my wrist and tried to adjust it to make it fit, but it wouldn't. So I was like, that was weird. But that same dream, like December 11th came and like circled 11. And I was like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And it might not mean anything, but so that dream happened. And then last night I had another one where this person that I dream about, I usually, when I dream about them, there's always somebody else around. But this time it was just them. And password was 4 p.m. And it got me thinking about 4 p.m. and what that meant. And it means a lot to me, actually. But it's just a dream, right? But I still, like, even though those were just dreams, I still feel like there's something that is trying to be revealed to me through those dreams. And I'm not gonna worry about it. I have a sort of an idea, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing and waiting on God while I'm doing this and painting and working on emptying out my mental space and my physical space. Yeah, I don't think I have any more like stuff like to get rid of. So I'm down to like the bare minimum on clothes and stuff, and I don't see much else to purge in my physical world. There's still some stuff in my mental space, but it's pretty clean right now. And so I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't wanna stuff it full of anything. Just practicing presence. Oh, and my little plant, I'm gonna show you because you might be able to see it a little bit better now. Let's see. I don't know if you can. Shoot. Let me see. Maybe I'll just get my phone and do it that way again. I feel pretty good though. That bath bomb wasn't like a complete dud. It did smell a little bit like orangey, citrusy, and turned the water orange. There was no bubbles, but there was a goat soap in there, but I didn't use it this time because it made me feel kind of sticky. Not really sticky, but squeaky. My skin was like squeaky, and I don't really like that feeling, so I didn't use it this time. I like Dove. That was a good one. And they have really good scents too. You can get it unscented too if you don't like the scent, but there is this coconut milk one that's really nice, and the what's it called? Winter Care. That's the one. That one smells really, really good. So I like those two. And there's a pink Himalayan, like, body gel, body wash. It's liquid. It's Dial. It's a pink Himalayan salt. That one's nice, but I started looking at the ingredients, and it's not, most stuff isn't all natural. So I have been working on like making sure that I buy products that are more natural. Like I really like the Osea body products. It's all like algae based and minimal like preservatives. Yeah, hold on a second. All right, I'm back. I had texted my neighbor to see if we could talk for a little bit, and she said she was almost done with work, and so I thought that was her text, but it was a voicemail. I guess I had blocked that number, and it didn't make any sense, so I just deleted it. I don't understand. There's a lot of things coming in, a lot of people trying to scam, and that's something that I don't really get it either. It's like, you have a brain, you have a body, and most people are, their bodies are able bodies, you know what I mean? And even people with like disabled bodies, you know, where they can't use a part or they're missing a part, they function, and sometimes even at a higher level than people with like fully abled bodies. And like, I try to understand without judgment about people who steal and whatever. And like sometimes it's true, like they just are so desperate and they just don't know, like they can't think straight, I guess, about it, like to find a different solution, or they're used to it, like they think it's okay because that's what they grew up with, or like they just don't care. I mean, it's just, there's so many different reasons why someone might steal. And so, I mean, you can't ever like look at someone who's stealing and say that's why they're stealing. It could be a number of different things. But with these scams, like just thinking back at Bernie Madoff and these people that are calling, pretending to be the Social Security Administration or whatever, trying to get information from you. I just think it's sad. And there are some people that are really naive and trusting, or like so afraid that they might not be able to think straight either and fall for it. And it's hard for me to look at that. It's hard for me to look at that without an opinion, without some sort of judgment. And like there's times where like specific types of actions, like stealing bread or like food, I mean, I can see that's a little bit different. You can kind of tell a little bit, like someone's motivation by what they're stealing and how they're stealing it, I guess. But there are people who just want to take what's not theirs because they don't want to apply themselves, or they don't see like their purpose. They don't see, like, they just don't see something. It's just really hard for me to look at that and know that so much of that is happening in the world. And even some charities, some big charities, I'm not gonna say specifics because I'm not 100% sure of which charities actually use most of the money. Well, I know that Salvation Army, like they don't stuff their pockets. The very, very top guy, he lives on a salary of like, I think I heard, like, it was a story on the radio, one of the my Christian stations, and he only makes like 30,000 a year. So he's not, and that's the top guy. So I think most of the donations that we give to the Salvation Army actually go towards like programs to help people. But some other places, like they use it to pay salaries, and like huge, ridiculous salaries, or like these huge fancy meetings at these 5-star hotels. And it's like, really? Like, you've got all this money from people who want to help the underprivileged, and you're going to use it for your meetings. Like, I mean, yeah, fine, have a meeting, but like, you don't need to have it at a 5-star hotel. Like, catered, and I just, come on. Really? Oh, I'm like, okay. Whew. I gotta calm down. It's frustrating me. It's like, I just know that there's people in the world who really do, like Amma. Like, even I was talking about how I wasn't too happy about people worshiping her or whatever. Her foundation really does use most of their money and all the, like, the resources that they get from donations to do stuff in the world, to plant trees, to give people food and clean water and stuff like that. So I admire that. I admire that work, but I just don't think people should be worshipped, no matter what kind of good they're doing in the world. Yeah, that's my opinion. But yeah, and I think about other organizations that really don't help. They're saying they're helping. It just bothers me. It bothers me. And you know what? You don't have to be a huge foundation to help people. Like, just being present for people, and like looking them in the eye and talking to them and giving them a little bit of encouragement, and acknowledging them, like, as an equal. Like, I know there, something in my mind is telling me that I'm telling you this story to look good. So I have to look at that. But another part of me is saying, you're just trying to give an example of the difference of, like, what real encouragement and like, even if it doesn't look like help, it is help. So you can decide. So this was a while ago, so I gotta remember, but okay, so I was driving somewhere. I think it was to work at one of my old jobs. And there was a guy on the side of the freeway at the exit. And I just looked at him, and I looked him in the eyes, and I said, I'm sorry, I don't have any cash, or I don't have any food or anything to give you right now. And he said something like, you gave me more than enough. Like, just acknowledging me and looking at me and talking to me is more than anyone else does, or like most people do. And that was like, whoa. And I can kind of see, like, how that might, like, I can see how that would be encouragement and like just meeting someone, like speaking to them like they're an equal, even though they're asking for help, just like speaking to them like they're just another person. And that's not gonna be the case for all of the people who have signs or who are homeless, because some of them do have addiction issues or mental issues. So I'm not saying, because I try that too. Like, when when I first started this work, when I was in that class and reading that Debbie Ford book or whatever, I was trying really hard to look at things from a different point of view or whatever, and really like have compassion and try to understand. So I started talking to homeless people, like trying to talk to them and sit with them. There was one time I was like at a fast food restaurant and I was like, can I buy you lunch or whatever? And then I sat with them and I was just like, oh my, I can't understand anything you're saying. Like, what am I doing? Is this a waste of time? But then there's other times where like they were really, really appreciative, and like, so yeah, it's like it you can't predict what you're gonna get, when you have that kind of encounter, like when you're but now now that I'm a little bit like more grown, and like my discernment is developing, and I'm listening to my intuition and my gut feelings a little bit more, like I did the other day at the beach. Like when I went down there, I had this weird feeling that I shouldn't be there, and there was a couple of like homeless people out there, and I've had some interactions where they start screaming and whatever, but so I decided to just listen and just go. And there's been times where I didn't listen to my intuition, and I had an accident. Like, I guess it's never it's never a good idea to cut towards you, for one. And I don't know if I don't think I even still really learned that lesson yet, because sometimes when I'm cutting fruit or whatever, I still kind of face I don't know. I gotta be careful. But when it is such a nerd, when it is really, really important, God does say something, or the angels do speak, because I was working on this, like one of my art projects, in the car, and I'm a little nervous and not totally present, because I'm thinking about something else. There's one of those, before I started to be more present. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, this is okay. I'm cutting the cardboard into like little shapes and whatever, and I hear, it was not a voice, it was a thought, but it either came from really deep within me or outside of me. And I'm guessing it was one of my angels, my guardian angels. So I'm cutting shapes, and I hear, "You're gonna cut yourself." And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm being careful. So, I do this sometimes. I question them, and like every time I question them, even like whatever. This time I was like, I'm being careful, it's fine. And then I do it again, and I kind of slip, and I just like slice my thigh. It was like there's still a scar. It's like this big, and it's and when I did it, it didn't hurt. Thank God it didn't hurt because it was like a brand new box cutter, and like it was so fast. I was just like, oh, okay. So I grabbed it and I was holding it, and then I had some baby wipes in my car, and so I got the baby wipes and I put it on, and I was like, holy shit, what am I gonna do? Like, and I'm like, so I'm driving, I'm driving with my putting pressure on it, and like go to the doctor and they sew it up or whatever. But that was pretty insane. So yeah, if you if you're hearing your intuition, don't ignore it. Like, because bad things happen when you really don't listen. And sometimes it's not even that bad. Sometimes it's like just a delay or whatever causes some sort of delay when you don't listen. But yeah, like that one time I was telling you the other day about when I was praying and it said leave, and I said, are you sure? And like, so I questioned it, but then I listened to the second answer too. So I listened. So it wasn't like it wasn't that kind of situation where like I had a second to decide, you know? Like that box cutter accident was like it's like you need to listen now, and like I didn't. So I think I did. I mean, I learned my lesson on certain things, but I don't know why that story came to share with you. 'Cause like it's pretty lame. Like that was something that was really, really lame that I did. But it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny now because I know why it happened. It's because I didn't listen. I didn't listen, and so I had the consequences of it. And yeah. So what I'm doing now, besides pondering and thinking and processing and emptying out the trash, I am also working on listening. So that's just, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to say hi and check in. So yeah, I said a whole lot of nothing and some things, but I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna go to the store and get those things that I need, and I will talk to you later.